Let's be real for a second. If you're part of the Chicago Fire family, and let's face it, you don't just watch this show, you join the family. You know that loving these characters is a high-stakes game. We sign up for the fires, the daring rescues, and the heart-stopping action. But what we really stay for is the people. We stay for the messy, beautiful, unbreakable bonds inside Firehouse 51. And because we love them so much, the writers, well, they know exactly how to break our hearts. We've had a lot of hold-your-breath moments over the years. We've seen characters we love walk away, and we've seen some leave us for good. But there's one moment, one storyline, that sits in a class all its own. It wasn't a five-alarm blaze. It wasn't a building collapse. It was the quiet, agonizing, heart-wrenching moment we thought we were going to lose Christopher Herrmann. If you're a longtime fan, you know exactly the moment I'm talking about. It's the one that still makes us wince. It's the Herrmann accident. That awful, senseless, gut punch of a storyline that tested 51, and all of us, to our absolute limits. Why Herrmann? Why it hurt so much? Before we even get to the incident, let's just talk about Herrmann. Christopher Herrmann isn't just a firefighter. He's the heart. He's the grumpy but gold-hearted dad of the firehouse. He's the guy who will grumble about millennials 1 minute and then move heaven and earth for a rookie the next. He's the husband to Cindy, the father of 5. The world-weary entrepreneur who sinks his money into a bar that's always on the brink of failure, but always full of love. Herrmann is the house's conscience. He's the veteran voice, the I've-seen-it-all guy who, despite all his griping, believes in the job more than anyone. He's the one who gives the tough love speeches, the one who knows when a hug is better than words, and the one who reminds everyone what family really means. Losing any member of 51 would be devastating. But losing Herrmann, that wouldn't just be losing a firefighter. It would be like the firehouse losing its soul. The writers knew this, and they used our love for him against us in the most brilliant, painful way. The moment that stopped our hearts. The most terrifying part. It didn't happen in a fire. He wasn't pulling someone from a burning wreck. He wasn't on the top of a ladder in a gale-force wind. He was at Molly's, his bar, his safe place. And it wasn't a stranger. It was Freddie, the troubled kid he was trying to help. That's the part that still twists the knife. Herrmann, being Herrmann, opened his heart to someone who needed a hand. He gave him a job. He gave him a chance. He was being the good man he always is. And for that, he was met with a moment of violence that came out of nowhere. We didn't even see it all at first, just the aftermath. The discovery. The agonizing realization of what had happened, right there on the floor of his own bar. That moment, finding him, the panic in Cruz's voice, the dawning horror, is burned into our memories. The show didn't need to be graphic. The implication was enough. The sheer betrayal of the act, the senselessness of it. That was the trauma. It felt personal. It felt wrong. The longest night. What came next was, for me, even harder than the act itself. The hospital. If you're a One Chicago fan, you know the waiting room. It's a special kind of television torture. It's where the bravado stops. It's where the uniforms and turnout gear don't matter. It's just a group of people, terrified of losing one of their own. Watching Firehouse 51 wait for news on Herrmann. It was unbearable. We saw a side to these characters that only true fear can bring out. We saw Bowden, the stoic chief, looking utterly lost, his voice cracking as he tried to hold his house together. We saw Mouch, Herrmann's best friend, just hollow. We saw Casey and Severide, the unshakable leaders, completely shaken. And then there was Cruz. Oh, Cruz. The guilt was pouring off him in waves. He was the one who brought Freddie to Molly's. He was the one who vouched for him. In his mind, he was responsible. Watching Joe Minoso play that guilt was a masterclass in heartbreak. He carried the weight of the entire firehouse on his shoulders, and it was crushing him. We all sat there, right with them, under those awful fluorescent lights. Every time a doctor walked into frame, we'd all jump. We were all just holding our breath, praying, and getting ready for the worst. The death in the user's prompt wasn't a fact. It was the fear. It was the suffocating, minute-by-minute terror that he wouldn't make it. The scars we don't see. He survives. Thank God, he survives. But this is Chicago Fire. They don't just hit the reset button. He didn't just get better. The show, to its credit, showed us the real aftermath. And that, in many ways, was the most powerful part of the story. Herrmann didn't just bounce back. He was scared.